Hello, my scrappy friends. It is Jess here, and thank you for joining me for day number 23 of Scraptember, and that is the prompt of sketch. Now, I very easily could have done my own sketch, or Katie's sketch, or even Laura's sketch, but instead, I actually dug into Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life sketch 30 days of sketch challenges that she does. This is an old series 10, I think, maybe even series 9. Anyway, I found it in her Facebook group, so go and check that out. And it is a sketch that was made exclusively for that sketch, 30 days of sketches, and it is by Jesse B Scrapbooking. And it's just a really fun sketch that worked really, really well for the photos that I had. So I started off with this 12 by 12 paper. It was a little bit busy for my liking, so I just cut it apart, cut it down a smidge, so they're not quite 3 by 3 squares. They're even a little bit smaller than that. 6 by 6 squares. They're even a little bit smaller than that. Then I distressed all the edges just so that there was a little bit more white peeking through because, as I said, the background was just a tiny bit busy. It was also super, super thin paper, so it needed to be matted on something else anyway to give it a bit of stability to it. I then cut my photos. Now, the main red mat is 3 inches by 3 inches. So obviously the white mat's a little bit tinier than that, and the photo itself is a little bit smaller than that. But the overall photo size, like including all of the mats, is 3 inches by 3 inches. I then cut 2 strips of red because I actually only had this red in a 6 by 6 paper pad. So I just joined that together to make the long 12-inch strip. And I'm using a super, super, super old sticker sheet that I got for like 20 cents or something from Kaiser Craft many, many, many years ago. I think when I first had Jack, thinking that one day I'm going to need it for the boys to document playing footy. And I always just forget about it. So I finally remembered that it was there. Scraptember, if anything, is the most amazing time of the year for stash busting. So I decided to pull it out and just get as much of it onto the page as I could. I still have quite a few word phrases left, but I have used all the ephemera. So that is pretty cool to just try to bust that out of my stash a little bit. So as you can see, I actually also added in some florals. These are Cocoa Vanilla Studios florals. Funny story about that. I was making this layout using only the things from the Kaiser Craft sticker sheet, and I was really struggling to have it be cohesive. And in the meantime, Katie was making a different layout, and she texted me and said, "You don't have any more of this Cocoa Vanilla Studios product, do you? I'm looking for this particular item." I'm like, "Yeah, I definitely do, and I'm pretty sure I've got that particular item." So anyway, I pulled out that from my stash to like keep aside from her. And while I had it out, I was like, oh, I wonder if florals would look good added to this layout. So then I pulled out all the blue florals from that floral pack and added them in, and it was absolutely perfect. It was just the difference. It was just what this layout needed. And to be fair, just what Jesse B Scrapbooking sketch had told me to use in the first place. So there you go. And so these florals are from the Happy Days Cocoa Vanilla Studios collection. And it is just working perfectly. I'm so happy with the way this layout ends up coming together with all of those extra beautiful bits. The photos themselves were taken at Auskick. The boys had been invited by the seniors game to come and play an Auskick game at halftime for the seniors, which was really fun, down at their local club, which is really nice for the Auskick boys to sort of feel a bit special. And it's how they finish up their term or their season of Auskick. They finish it up by playing a game for the seniors, which is really cool. For those of you that are wondering, Auskick is Aussie rules football, and it's just like the kid version, like junior Aussie rules football for kids that are not playing for real clubs yet because they're a bit little and they learn the skills and learn how to do it. And anyone who is school-aged can participate, or turn 5 in this year can participate. So Tom has been super stoked to be able to join in and play as well. So as you can see from the sketch that I have off to the right of this video, I stuck relatively closely to what the sketch depicted. I've got my 4 photos cut down to squares. I've got the long vertical piece over on the left-hand side. I didn't put it on the right-hand side. I do have my floral piece sitting underneath the photos, but I just added a few more bits and bobs as well, as we tend to do. I technically wanted one more flower near that green sprig and the football oval ephemera that I put up in the top left-hand corner, but I realised if I do that, you can't read the text on that little strip of ephemera, so I decided to leave it off and just roll with it. In the last minute, I decided to pull out some black Novu drops. I thought this layout was too busy, that it didn't need any splatters, but the text, the Footy Fever text, was a little bit dark and sort of pulling the eye, so I just thought I'd put a few black spots around as well. I hope you have enjoyed this layout. Don't forget to check out the playlist so you can see all the other layouts that everyone has been creating throughout Scraptember. Thanks so much for watching.